On track, minus the power rankings. Sorry guys, didn't do it. Sorry. But we're here with the week 6 game with the Fargo Flygons against the Tyrannosaurus Rex, coached by Ruben. Let's jump into team builder, shall we? Let's go. Okay, so Ruben's team is a bunch of ground types and a bunch of rock types, and a bunch of things that don't like water and ice. So we'll bring in rain, obviously. There will be a little bit of a weather war probably with Ruben. His Tyrannosaurus is going to most likely be insane. So we need a way to incorporate that. The way we do that is bring Pelipper. If I'm going to bring Pelipper, I may as well bring him, right? So the standard changer stat, I did change something this week though. Instead of running Rifle, we're running a choice class. And I did that because this matchup, I kind of get to a point where I can feel like I just fix it. And then, Specs Draco is going to be really, really great too. Just a little bit more punch than the I just realized music for the entirety of that team builder. So hopefully you can hear me better now. Sorry. We're too deep in. We gotta push through. So that's Kingdra up next. Pelipper, not really anything different here. We are going with a little less offensive options with the Pelipper. So no second attack move like normally we run Scald, Hurricane. We're doing just Scald and U-turn, Defog, and Roost. I really don't want him to set up Stealth Rocks on me. That just sucks all the way around. So we're bringing Defog, and I wanted Roost and U-turn just for longevity's sake. So that's Pelipper. We're gonna need him, or need her rather. Sorry. We're gonna need Pelipper a bunch just with the weather war and kind of controlling if sand or rain is up. Next up is the Garchomp Siegfried. We're running that tricky mixed attacker set that we brought against Noah last week. Earthquake, Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, Stealth Rock. Stats across the board are really good. We are running Naive Nature and Sand Veil. So a couple of cheeky things going on this week. Sand Veil is there because he's going to break Tyranitar. And, while Rough Skin is good, if I'm a little bulkier and have some HP investment or defensive investment, we're all out speed and attack. And if I can, get in against the sand and then he misses because I have Sand Veil, that's cool. So that's the Garchomp this week. We're also bringing Conkeldurr off the bench. It's been a while. He's gotten off of the minor leagues, brought him back up, and it's not even a really good comparison because Conkeldurr's nuts. Close combat, Ice Punch, kind of just is all the moves I need. We do have Stone Edge in there and Mach Punch for extra oomph. Really the only two stats that matter: 414 HP, 416 attack. We're running Flame Orb, Guts, and Adamant. Conkeldurr just like one-shot stuff. So that's what it's here for. Mon number 5, Licky Licky, surprisingly is coming back. I'm disappointed in myself that I have not used Licky Licky more. It's so bulky, so resilient, and with knockoff Dragon Tail, Toxic Protect, this is my answer to any of his like setup special mons if he wants to bring them. So like the Reuniclus or stuff like that. the Turtonator if it wants to shell smash or do stuff like that. The Gudra too. So that's what Licky Licky's here for. Oblivious, careful nature with leftovers. I really like it, and I wish I was smarter and used it more. And then I said last week that roster moves would happen. We traded for Arcanine from Dylan. So Talonflame is no more, and we have a much better usable fire type in Arcanine. So we're running a defensive, bold, intimidate set with leftovers and Morning Sun for stupid resiliency, toxic to wear down some of his walls, scorching sands to try and get burns, and then burn up is just the best fire type move ever if all you got to do is click it once. So that's there to just hit hard, like maybe kill an Aggron or something with it. I don't know for sure, but it's a good fire type move, and it gets rid of my fire weakness, which he's got a ton of ground types and rock types. So getting rid of that fire typing is actually really good long term if I have to stay in and try and 1v1 something. So that's the team. If we jump into the game here, Ruben brought sand, obviously. So we've got Tyranitar, Dracozolt, Tyrantrum, Golisopod, Gudra, and Turtonator. Right off the bat, I'm kind of saying, a couple of different ways to lead. I'm thinking, okay, he probably will lead Tyranitar. So there's two ways I can go about that. I can either lead the slower Pelipper and get Rain up right away, or I can lead actually Conkeldurr. And then just be able to live any attack he throws at me and then kill it with close combat. So that's kind of the direction that I thought. And he actually leads Gudra, and I go Conkeldurr. So I'm not scared of this thing. I am a little bit, I should say. I don't want to take multiple hits, but I can take one probably. And we'll just kind of, suffer through that Draco Meteor or whatever it's going to hit me with, and Ice Punch. And then hopefully an Ice Punch plus a Mach Punch is enough to maybe kill this thing. I don't know. So we're going to play it out. He actually goes for Toxic, which activates my Guts boost. And I don't have to wait a turn. So Ice Punch just wrecks that Gudra. And now I am Toxic, so that I am on a timer. But the Turtonator comes out, and I have Stone Edge. And Stone Edge kills. And now we're up 6-4 2 turns in. And then the Draco goes for Stone Edge. And I thought I was going to die to Bolt Beak, so I went for Close Combat, and that dies. So 3 turns in, we're up 6-3, and I'm thinking, oh man. This is as good of a start as I could hope for. But he's got super scary things left. He's got the Tyranitar, Tyrantrum, and Golisopod. Those are no joke. So, I am staring this Tyranitar in the face, and I thought about going for Mach Punch. I probably should have gone for Mach Punch, but I just clicked Close Combat because I was greedy, and it Earthquakes the ever-living life right out of me. Not 5+. We're down 5. We're up 5-3. Going to Pelipper to get the rain out, U-turn, and now I'm thinking, okay, let's go into Kingdra right away. He's got the Golisopod, who lives on the skinniest of margins, and now we're staring at Tyrantrum in the face, and that's terrifying, so I switch out. I was so close to picking up the kill on the Golisopod, which would have been cool. The roll was right at 94, 93%. So it was a little bit of a low roll on my part, but that's okay, totally fine. We're in a really good spot. We get the Intimidate off on the Tyrantrum, and now Arcanine is going to take a head smash, and we actually live, which is great, but this thing's going to be faster than me, because I'm guessing it's Choice Scarf like he brought last week. So I'm dead if I stay in, and I'm kind of thinking, okay, what else do I have that's defensive? Go to Pelipper. He misses the head smash, which, oh boy, I don't think it mattered in the long run, but missing the head smash was good for me, just to get a free switch in, and I can get some chip damage off. I live a head smash here, get the Scald off, which does a bunch of damage, and now I can switch out. I know Iskandar is going to die, goes down, and now Ruben has knotted it up almost for 3. A very scary Tyrantrum still in play. I've got a couple turns of rain left, so a Surf from Kingdra will bring things to 4-2. And then he switches out into Tyranitar, and I lose my rain again, so it's time to get out. Playing around the weather was, I think, the big difference in the final score this week, and Ruben played excellent. Brought some super scary things, and then I think just I was able to kind of weather the storm a little bit. So go down to Licky Licky, kind of like my sacrificial mon, because I don't want to like just switch into Pelipper and have it die, and then like he just switches out and brings Tyranitar back in. And I actually am bulky enough to take a Stone Edge pretty well. I don't know what item this thing has, so I'm just going to go for a knockoff with a Licky Licky. Live the Earthquake, which is great. Get the knockoff. Take his leftovers off, which is awesome. And I'm just going to let Licky Licky go down here so that I can safely get in my Garchomp, which revenge kills with Earthquake. So now it's 3-1. We're in a really good spot. Glisspod's here. First impression, live on the slimmest of margin. And I get the Earthquake kill. And we're able to pick up the win 2-0 because Garchomp died to its Life Orb damage. But a really solid win. And actually, if I would have had Rough Skin, which is the better ability anyway, actually Garchomp lives, and because we don't have an attack to fire off, and just the Gliscod dies to Rough Skin. So, you know, we tried to go for memes with the Sandvale Garchomp, but in the end, really solid win. We still had Pelipper and Kingdra in the back, so we had weather control at that point. So even if Garchomp would have died, you know, we still had a really good answer to that Gliscod. So GG's to Ruben, though. It was a super fun game, super close game. And like I said, I think we both played really well. I got off to a really hot start, and he brought it back. You know, maybe some misplays early on, just with the Conkeldurr and the 3 mons that it was able to take out. But I think, all things considered, this is a really solid win. We go to 5-1 at plus. Let's see, our differential now is we're gonna go to, if I pull up standings here, we'll go to 5-1 plus 16. So a really solid differential, and you know, we have our work cut out for us at the end of the year here with Sean being our last game. So it's not going to be easy, but I'm ready to hopefully end the season strong. I think at this point we have top 3 in the division locked up, and as long as we don't have like catastrophe strike next week, if we lose to Sean, our differential should be more than enough to keep us in the top 3 and then avoid having to play a wild card play-in game. So we're sitting really good for playoffs, and I'm excited to keep rolling. I love that the Arcanine trade actually, you know, I got to use it this week. It wasn't a super impactful thing, but the 2 Intimidates on the Tyrantrum was definitely a positive, and couldn't do that with Talonflame. So I'm happy with the impact so far, especially in like a lower tiered mon like that. So thanks for watching. I promise I will have a power rankings video up at some point next week. The week after that might be tough because I'll be traveling for work. Stay tuned. But thanks so much for watching, and yeah, go Flygons.